I think I've seen this a lot with React streamers these days. React streamers are not contributing to the content creator that they're reacting to. They're not contributing to their content in a positive manner for the content creator. What I've seen these days is that they're like step on them to lift themselves up and make themselves appear smarter. And it's like a clout chase to give themselves more clout. I've seen this. I'm not saying you're guilty of it if you're a React streamer. I'm telling you, I see this a lot these days. When in reality, if you're going to monetize somebody else's content, the least you can do is try your hardest to avoid shitting on that creator or making them look worse or making their content look worse. At least try to help them gather their thoughts. Like if I was a React streamer, the last thing I'm going to do is shit on somebody and I'm monetizing their content. I'm going to try my hardest to, even if they're making shit points, to try to help them find those points, because I am, it's just proper etiquette or like common decency as a tribute to me doing 1/10 of the work that they did on the content that they made. But I see these days, especially people that you're acquainted with, they'll react to your video and the last thing on their mind is what it's doing to you. They don't care. It's like they take a shit in your lawn and they expect you to pick it up. And if you say anything, then you're sensitive and you have an ego, right? If I draw a line and I say, yo, bro, hey, you just shit in my lawn. You gonna pick that up? No, I'm not. And that's not my fault either. Like, so when I cook back, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden I'm egotistical and I'm overly sensitive. Nope. And let this be a message. I'm talking to content creators. I'm talking to people in real life. It's don't even got to pertain to content. If a motherfucker tries to tell you that you are too egotistical and that you're overly sensitive because you chose to defend yourself, that's a gaslight, and you don't let that shit slide. Draw the line every time. In fact, your ego needs to be bigger than Vulcan standing on top of Tectone's shoulders with Escanor on top of his shoulders at noon. A wise man once said, you give a motherfucker an inch, they're gonna take a mile. So the minute they take that inch, yeet, hey, right here, brother. You cross it, I'm knocking your head off your shoulders. Draw that line every time. And if they take issue with it, tell them, hey, don't watch my content. That's simple. You got a problem with my ego? You got a problem with my sensitivity? Well, just don't watch my content. That's what I'm going to say about that situation. The last thing I want to end off with, Pokey, and anybody else, you can disagree with my content. You can bake my ass. You can roast me, make fun of me, laugh, right? You know what I mean? Like talk about my damn wrinkles, my big forehead, whatever. My one rule, do not take me out of context and do not try to misrepresent my point of view. Argue for your behalf. Argue on your behalf, but don't argue for me, because chances are your ass is missing the mark every time, So it's like, do not misrepresent my point of view and do not take me out of context. If you cannot pay me this bare minimum requirement, just don't watch my content. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We're gonna wrap it up. This is my last time talking about this shit too. Peace, love, and happiness. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.